Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Mysticons, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
And April Collins.
Hello.
Today, Delaney, April, and I are back to talk more Mysticons, the Lost Scepter, episode 30, that aired yesterday morning on Nicktoons, as always, at 8 a.m. Still haven't gotten past that. But, yeah, doesn't look like that's changing. And we talk Mysticons every week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. Find us at overlyanimated.com. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe there to not miss any of our future Mysticons recaps, or you can search for us on iTunes and subscribe there as well. Spoilers for the Lost Scepter and all previous episodes of Mysticons, but let's get right into things. Big episode, jam-packed with a lot of stuff. Delaney, what were your impressions of the Lost Scepter?
I really liked it. The Vexicons are awesome. I really enjoyed all the hex tags in this episode. Gawain, shockingly, was a highlight of the episode. It was really nice, getting to know him a little bit better. And Zarya, hey, we got what we wanted. Zarya kind of dealing with...
Yes.
Suddenly she has, a mom who isn't her old mom, so it's weird. And, hanging out with Gawain. Gawain is so annoying. But it was kind of funny. I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it. I'm still really confused about my ancestors and your ancestors, and I'm what the heck happened? But I really liked the episode. I think it was really cool. The Vexicons delivered. They're really cool. They kept saying the whole episode. Told you they're super cool, and I really enjoyed the banter between them all. And Zarya's cat comments were funny. And I just really liked the episode. Maybe at the end, I don't necessarily think it was earned that they defeated them, because the whole time the Vexicons were just destroying them. But I just really liked the episode. It was fun. I think there was a lot of cool elements. It was interesting having Zarya and Gawain and Chaco on their own, but I think it worked well. And also Doug wasn't in the episode, so that was great.
Yeah, okay, that's... we need to specify that at this point, but yeah, no Doug. Barely any Malveron. And I don't know if we defeated them. There's more Gawain just realized the obvious flaw in Proxima's plan, and then...
I meant when they were
when they're fighting? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it didn't really... I don't think that fight ended up mattering, but yeah, it's true. Okay, April, what did you think of The Lost Scepter?
I liked this episode. There was so much going on, and normally, I take notes, but even, on my second watch through, I was still very, very engaged, and so I have barely any notes for this episode, just a few random things here or there. The Vexicons are great. I like that they said it's Vexing Hour.
Yes.
That was the best.
The best.
Gawain was extremely annoying, and I kind of loved it, and I liked that he was essentially the one to defeat I guess Proxima in their battle or whatever, and then he destroyed the scepter. That was the best. But it was really good. There was so much, and I have so many questions about things, and I'm hoping we can just work our way through them, especially the family thing, because I was wait, what? Does that mean y'all are related? What is going on here? So
okay, we'll answer all the royal lineage questions. I have the answers for that. Okay.
Perfect.
Good. Yeah, this is what a good episode. This is we're really back into it now. I think this is the best episode since the season 2 finale. It was really excellent with the Vexicons. What a great introduction. And this is the Gawain episode we've been waiting for. He was
I don't know if I was waiting for it.
Some people were waiting for it. And
we were all secretly waiting for it.
Yeah, we didn't know we wanted it, but he was so good here. And just the combination of the themes of Gawain and his emotional connection to his dad, with Zarya and her dealing with having a new mom that's boned, and then also the Vexicons and introducing them, and all of that happening, and it all feeling really interconnected and working really well together, I thought was incredibly impressive. This is some really high level storytelling stuff, and I thought this episode was just really, really excellent. But yeah, there's a lot to get into. We're going to start with the Vexicons, but believe me, we'll get into the Gawain stuff. And because for some people, this is definitely the highlight. But we have the introduction of the Vexicons. Last week, they were only shadow figures. And we see that They are a weird hodgepodge of different types of things that kind of mimic their own version of the Mysticon. They each have, like a bracer that they have their own special attack. They have, they don't transform, but other than that, they basically have everything else. But we can go through them here. So first we have Mallory, who is the Arcana one. She is, Ice Arcana. And
she's Valley Girl Arcana.
She is savage.
She is savage. That's her whole character. Yeah, she talks
awful.
in hex tags. Yeah, she has Ice Shield. Her thing is an Ice Serpent. Ice Serpent Strike. Delaney, what do you think of Mallory? She's savage. You liked her?
Yeah, she's savage. Like, it was so great. Like, obviously I hate her because she's mean to Arcana, but it was like every time she took a picture of her and had to post it. Oh, it's so funny. Like, where
is she posting this to? That's my question.
I don't know, but I love it. It's so good. And then her little like pet she has is cute. I really like Piper being like, "Oh, they have a cute animal too. What the heck?"
Yes,
but it's so funny.
They have their own Chaco, and
yes.
Piper says they have their own cute sidekick, and she wears it as like fur around her neck,
as a scarf. She's trying to keep warm with it.
Yeah, she's so cold.
Yeah, I'd like a name for Vexicon Chaco, but it only comes out once. April, what do you think of Mallory?
I thought she was great because she was just so cold, and then she's like the ice person, and I was like, okay, I get this. Like, no wonder you're so savage, girl. And who is she voiced by? Because it sounded like Arcana, but just like Valley Girl version of her.
They all have new voice actresses. Mallory is Amy Medicio. Yeah.
She did a really good job of like mimicking Arcana though, because I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, her voice is so extra the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really great.
It's great.
Yeah, Mallory's my favorite of the four, unsurprisingly.
Oh, shocker. I'm so shocked.
Because she's just terrible the whole time. So mean. It's wonderful. She says, Hextag, Mage Dump, Hextag, all washed up. Hextag gets Vexing Hour.
It was so good.
Yeah, and then she does Hextag Cold Shoulder later when they're frozen. Like, it's all she does is take pictures of Arcana and then add hashtags to them and post them. It's great.
Yes.
Like this is everything I wanted. Let's do more Mallory.
This is what you've been waiting for the entire show, Dylan.
Yeah, this specifically. Yes. Okay, next we have Kasha, which is the Zarya cat.
I love her.
She's a cat that skates. She has like these magic claws, which I think are really cool in the animation.
She's the best one.
She's voiced by Bahia Watson, and she says Shadow Panther Pounce. So
she's my favorite.
Okay, why is she your favorite, Delaney?
She's a cat. Have you met me? Love cats. Obviously, the cat. And she's the Zarya
skating cat.
She's a skating cat, and she's the Zarya analog. Obviously, she's gonna be my favorite. Obviously, and like she was great. I like the skates. She's cool. She her voice. She didn't sound how I thought she would, but I like her. Like I think she's really funny. And like her character design's great, and she has some pretty good digs, and she's just like ridiculous. So it was pretty good. Also, It's a gay cat. We figured at the end she's gay. We figured that out. Why
is she gay? It's because she says, "Miss me, now you got to kiss me" to Zarya.
Yeah, she's gay. Gay cat.
I was waiting for it too.
Is that how that works? Okay.
And then Zarya's like, "You got game," and then I was like, "Oh my god."
What was game referring to there? Was it the fighting or was it?
Who knows? Oh, it was so great. Oh my god. And she skates, it's great. It's incredible. Like we have a magic rollerblading cat. Like what's there not to love about it?
Yeah, Piper was loving her. She says, "What? There was a cat on skates."
Yeah,
she refers to her later as the super cool skating cat girl.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
Piper was into it. But Delaney, Zarya in this episode says, "I am so not a cat person."
Which is like,
does that cause a rift between you and Zarya?
Yeah, I'm a little upset because I love cats and I'm a super cat person. But I'll forgive Zarya because I still love her. She's still my child.
Zarya maybe secretly loves cats.
She has Chaco. She obviously loves animals, so it's acceptable.
She likes pets in some form.
I mean, she's not a cat person. She's a Foz person. Right?
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I
Maybe-
can't fault her for not liking cats when she has this other made-up creature she likes, so it's fine.
Maybe we all would be Foz people if that was an option.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Choco seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a crazy old Foz lady.
Foz-
Like,
yeah.
fine.
Why haven't we met a crazy old Foz lady in the show?
Yeah,
That seems-
honestly.
that seems like
I feel
a-
like,
You know
I
what?
feel
We
like that's
need
right up the
one.
show's alley. Like, yeah, like there has to be one coming. And then Choco has to like run away from her because she's like trying to like abduct him.
yeah.
yes, this sounds like the perfect side episode.
Like, how is this? How
I
has
mean,
this happened?
you could argue maybe we're trying to avoid typical female tropes like that, and that's why I hasn't done it. But at the
So
same time, it
maybe
would
a
be cool.
crazy Foz man.
Yeah, they could do that. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Or yeah, some like elf or dwarf or something. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be good. April, Kasha, your thoughts?
I liked her. I'm with Piper. She's super cool. Like,
She's on skates.
yeah. Well, and I also like that because you know how like we just can't get away from like the suspended train and everything like that, and she's
Yes.
just skating down the line.
And I hope you have 9 lives. Like, oh, the cat puns.
Oh
God.
yeah. There was all the cat puns, which were great, and they were coming from her, which is even better. Like,
Yeah, she
She's
was
very
doing them.
she's very self-aware of herself. She's like, yeah, I understand that I am a cat, and I will make fun of it. Like, it was good.
I mean, if
really
I was
enjoyed
a cat, I would make cat puns. This is still better than Cat Noir, though. Just for the record.
Oh.
Yeah, Delaney, who you got? Kasha or Cat Noir?
Kasha, 100%. Obviously.
Yeah, I think it's Kasha,
Duh.
not Kasha, by the way. But yeah, it's she's cool. Still don't really know why we need Zarya's fursona on the show, but it's a weird
I'm
choice.
okay with it. I don't really
Doesn't
care.
matter.
If you don't know what that is,
Maybe
then you're
because-
better off.
because
But yeah,
she's-
Yeah, you don't need to know.
She's already an what is it? She's already human. She needs like a non-human version of herself.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, they're all kind of non-human.
Yeah, they're all not.
I'm not sure what
people.
Mallory is, but yeah, it's
She's an ice queen,
Yeah, she's just Elsa. Like that's it.
Yeah, I
basically.
think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So Cash is awesome. Next we have Eartha. The
Really?
end
Is that
counterpart.
seriously her name?
Eartha. Yeah.
Or is it really?
Yes.
Aw.
Eartha. Yeah. She is a Boulder lady. She's like the honorable one. She's kind of nice actually. And,
She cracks me up. She was like holding the door open. I'm like, what a treasure.
Yeah.
I know.
Voiced by Elena Bridgewater. Finally, Elena Bridgewater's character. Shout out to her. She was awesome here. And Basilisk Stampede. So that's her. And then she like turns into a stone ball and deflects attacks, and that's basically all she does. So yeah,
And she like travels. They like travel through her life.
yeah, they like.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that. How are they inside of her ball? Yeah,
Oh, I really like her. She's like Drax.
yeah,
Like, we're going to the Undercity. Forward to the not Undercity. Like, oh my god, it's great. Love her.
yeah. She's
She's-
not the smartest, but a sweetheart, basically.
Yes.
She pointed out the cool or the nice granite or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
That
the
was
good-
funny. That was good.
Reminds me of some of the off colors in Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but how did she come out of the evil codex? She's so nice.
I don't
You
know.
gotta have some balance.
They even well, I was gonna say they even like called her out for it. They're like, there's no like you can't have manners or something like that. Like, why are you being polite? We're the bad guys.
Yeah,
and I was
totally
like, oh
makes
god.
Yeah. Yeah, April, do you like Eartha?
I think she's cute. So not my favorite, but I thought she was cute. She's
Sure.
like she's like what M would be if she was evil.
Yeah.
So
This is the concept.
M
for all of
is
the
so
characters.
pure. They couldn't come up with an actual evil
Right?
analog. M is so pure. They couldn't do it.
Exactly. This is that's the concept of the Vexicons. What each of them would be if they're evil, and M is just too much of a sweetheart. So that's what Eartha is.
Yeah, like M is incapable of being evil.
yeah. Eartha definitely the most likely to turn on Proxima.
yes.
Yes.
I wonder if that will happen. But
That'd be-
good
That
setting
would
us
be
up for that.
And she's like the what is it? She tries to be the 5th Mysticon. That would be cool.
Eartha 5th Mysticon confirmed. Okay.
I'm about
Yes.
Yeah. Last we have Willa, who is the Piper analog. She is an imp. She can portal places and like take the attacks with her. Voiced by Stephanie Secchi, and she says, "Fear the nightmare," and I think she's a bat.
Yes.
Yes.
Fear the nightmare. She's like, I love destroying things is fun, and yeah.
And
stuff
her
like-
and Gawain are just throwing things into
Yeah.
the
That was pretty good.
yeah. What do you think of Willa, Delaney?
I liked her, especially when she was like, "Don't be scared, be terrified." I was like, "Oh my god." That was the moment when I was like, I like her a lot. Like before that I was like, she's fine. But then I was like, OMG. Also when her and I already forgot her name.
Mallory? Eartha?
No.
Kasha,
when they were like fighting in Proxima's lair or whatever, they were like running around like fighting. That was funny. So I like them. Like I like her. She's cool. And then like when she was like, "This is not nice, Granite." Like I like her. She's fun. Like she seems like she's very like chaotic neutral. Like she'll just do whatever's fun.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is she chaotic evil or chaotic neutral? I don't know.
Oh.
Could be up for debate, I feel like. But
I think she's like on the line between the two of them.
yeah, I mean, see, in theory, they all should be evil, but Eartha is not.
Eartha's not evil at all.
Very not evil.
Yeah, April. Willa, what do you think?
I think Willow was my favorite. I really enjoyed her a lot, especially like what is it? Because her things fear the nightmare, and I was like, yeah, like because basilisks can't stampede, like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
And then there's 2 snakes. I'm like, what? Like, and she's like the only, I guess, like original one because she's just fear the nightmare, and it's a bat, and she's adorable, and she has tiny fangs, and I liked her a lot. She was my favorite, I think, of the 4 of them. So and I like that it's like evil Piper. So this is what I want Piper to be all the time.
She's nuts.
Yeah, she's just crazy, and it works like. It works into like the chaoticness of the group that she's just crazy and scary, or she wants to be scary, but she's too cute. She can't help it.
She's scary to Elven daughter. Yeah,
that was so funny. That is the best.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Willa. This to me is the clearest Mysticons analog. This is definitely Piper if she was evil. Like this is
yes.
Great. I love it. I feel like there's a ton of potential here with Willow. But yeah, all of them pretty stand out, I think. And we also have "Let's spread some dread," says Mallory.
Yeah.
I don't know what their catchphrase is. "Let's spread some dread" or "It's vexing hour."
Either one works. I don't really care. Obviously, vexing hour is superior, but
hex tag, it's vexing hour. Yeah,
because we need. Granted, I feel like they're only going to say it's vexing hour like once. So we can scream a little bit, but then after that, they're going to do it again.
Yeah, so we got our it's magic hour version. They had their own special attacks. I feel like everything we wanted from the Vexicons as just analogs to the Mysticons, except for 2 things maybe. One is the transformation sequence, which probably isn't happening because they don't have anything to transform back into.
Right.
But what I really want, I don't think we're going to get it, is a theme song for the Vexicons.
Oh my god, please. Oh my god, I want one so bad.
I love doing your own theme song, except changing it to meet the absurdity of your episode.
It would be in like the super minor key. Oh my god, please. No.
Yes. If they
my
just,
girlfriend
like, into the room.
Yes. Every time we watch, my girlfriend's like, they did not have to go this hard on the theme song. And then, like, if they had this theme song, she would like freak out. Like, she'd be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, my favorite version of this trope is the Fairly Odd Parents movie when they did the chimp version of the Fairly Odd Parents theme song. That when I was like 10, that was my favorite thing ever. I want the Vexicons theme song version.
They need one so bad. Come on.
Yeah, give it to us.
That feels above budget, but I don't know, maybe.
It'd be so good. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, the other really just delivered. I didn't expect them to bring out the special attacks immediately.
Yeah, I didn't know they were like immediately, and I was like, oh, okay, we're here now.
This is just what we do. Special attacks.
Yeah. They're Ice Serpent, Shadow Panther, Basilisk, and the Bat. Those are evil animals, I guess.
I'm about it.
I guess they had to come up with some sort of cat that was bad. All cats are good though. So I don't know about Shadow Panther. No comments on that. Okay.
No.
Did not win. Oh, the other thing we have is Dark Pegasuses.
It's Pegasi.
Pegasi.
Yes.
Is it?
Can there be a canonical plural for a mystical animal? Is that
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Pegasi. Instead of our griffins. So they had that too.
So they're low-key kind of cooler, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Cooler than the griffins.
Yeah.
If they were like, granted, if they were like not just shadows, like, okay, Pegasi are cool. Like, they're really cool. I mean, I love griffins,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah, these were cool. We didn't see them more than one shot, but they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk, since we're so eager, let's talk the royal lineage stuff because
because what the heck?
Yeah.
this is the Gawain family history episode, and we're finally learning what's up with him and Arcana and them being step siblings. We learn about Lorius the Glorious, who is the child king of in Drake City hundreds of years ago. Basically our Joffrey, I feel like, even though Gawain is already Joffrey. And he's king of Drake City hundreds of years ago until Arcana's ancestors took over after Lorius's it was clear Lorius was a tyrannical child king.
I mean, he had a mind control scepter, so yeah. I don't know what would be okay about that.
Yeah, so people are really confused about how how it works that Gawain's king now and Arcane, even though they're step siblings. This episode explains it in that Gawain's family was on the throne and they were kicked off the throne, and now Arcana's family was on the throne after.
And I guess they just happened to get married, so.
Yeah.
Right. So my understanding of the situation, it was not explicitly presented in the episode, so I don't know how canon this is that these are two different branches of the royal bloodline.
Yeah.
So this is kind of how like European like lineages work. Like there's multiple branches, and then oftentimes they're like fighting for control. But I think Gawain's ancestors and Arcana's ancestors, they both have royal blood. It's just that Gawain was like the controlling family, and then they made them step down and put a different royal the bloodline in, which is Arcana's family. So that's basically all that happened. And then Arcana's mom married a different royal person in Gawain's dad.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Which is like some sort of cousins thing, but that's always what happens with these types of
Well,
things.
I guess Gawain is I think Gawain's older.
Yeah, Gawain is older.
I think that's why he's king. It's just because he's older.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably okay, but it makes sense now too, because even though I guess him and his dad are married into, but they're still of royal heritage, so that would make him.
He's eligible to be acting king because he's of royal blood, and this was explained in our Discord by Matt and Sean, in that he's only acting king until either the queen is deboned or Arcana comes of age.
Gotcha.
So then one of the two will take over because their bloodline is the right one right now. So that's how that works. I think people get too caught up in this. I don't think this really matters, but I'm glad that we finally answered it in episode 30.
It mattered to me.
Okay, good. Good, I'm glad. Considering how many people ask about this was a mistake not addressing this earlier until episode 30.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's why it mattered, because I've always been sitting there I still don't think Gawain should be king. Does no one else see this?
Plenty of people ask about this.
Well, I think it's really confusing because we know they're teenagers, but it's not very clear how old everybody is all the time.
Yeah. Also, animation ages are not clear at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's just I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Gawain's probably 16, 17, 18. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Arcana's 15. So, that's the situation. What do we think of Lorius's riddles? I thought this was a highlight of the episode.
It was pretty funny. It was I'm tired. Just go get it.
I like that he got bored writing his own riddle.
Yeah, the best one was the last one. He says, "I'm too bored to come up with another riddle, yo. So here's a map to the scepter. Just go get it already." That was the last one.
That was great.
The first one is from the crown imprints on Gawain's forehead. And then which I liked because you see it hitting on his head, and then it pays off, and that the writing's there. They go to the golden yew tree, and then Piper has to tickle M to get a tear.
That was
for
amazing.
You like
also,
that?
I love that Piper was the only person who was actively trying to solve the riddles throughout the episode.
Yeah.
This is a harkens back to episode 4. Piper is consistently the smart one with regards to riddles, at least on the show, which is one of the best parts of her character. She's the hyper annoying comic relief character, but also she's just the brains of the operation. Yeah, but Piper's the one solving this. Then they have to go to the dwarf statue in the Undercity and play the song with the lights, which Arcana discovers by sitting on it. And before that, we get the incredible gag of Piper playing escalating instruments.
That was really good.
I loved that. Well, what is it like? Zarya and Arcana are fighting.
Yeah, they're yelling. Yeah, and M's like, calm down. And they're like, don't tell us.
And Piper's back with a freaking one man band.
Yeah, in the foreground you have them all arguing, including the line, "You had one job," which I appreciate. It's a meme line at this point.
Yeah.
And in the background, Piper and Chaco trying to activate it. Start with the harmonica, then a guitar, and then a full marching band to get up.
Good.
Yeah,
great.
This is version 2.0 of the Piper nervous eating gag from Gems of the Past when she nervous paddleballer. Yeah, that's the same thing, which I love. Let's do it again. This is a great gag with Piper.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love these Piper moments. Like they're great.
Yeah, but we're really doing the Piper comedic stuff well. I just it's just very obvious we need some more insight into her character.
Yes,
it's like,
I agree.
This is like the most burning thing on the show, I feel like, is either backstory or some other emotional arc with Piper.
Because even though, what is it, like the small one that we had, I don't feel like, I mean, it kind of gave us something, but not a whole lot. It didn't really pay off. And so she's like what? Episode
8, is the big one we got. She had these flashbacks and we saw her going to the Undercity. That was great. We just haven't had anything remotely on that level since.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'd really like more from her. At the end, we're in the Lorius's man cave, and
that was great. I liked that a lot.
It was great seeing all the different things, Hydra definition TV, and the Dragonator 3000 that incinerates anything. They're fighting, and then Zarya distracts Kasha with the Pong on the TV.
That was adorable.
It was great. And she was like, cats.
Yeah. I feel like we already made... I wonder how long the Vexicons are going to be on the show, because we already made the ultimate, I feel like, cat joke with her.
We got it.
Yeah. That maybe our longevity's not there, but they're at least around for now. Gawain with the Scepter. Zarya's like, show your father what kind of king you really are, and then he orders them to leave and incinerates the Scepter. And M immediately is like, you do realize there's an all-powerful scepter that could have saved the realm once and for all, right? And Gawain is really regretting it as the episode closes.
You literally take off the mask. That's it. We could have been done.
This is the thing. Destroying the scepter so it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. You kind of understand the logic with that. That's the Nova Terran move. That's his literal only move, is to destroy the thing so it doesn't get taken by evil people. But before you do that, literally just say, take off the mask, Proxima.
Right? Take off the mask. Done. Bye.
1, take off the mask. 2, throw it into the Dragonator 3000. And then the show is over.
And then done.
That's...
End episode and show.
I do think it is... I think it is logical that Gawain would not figure this out.
Yeah, no, he's dumb, so obviously...
Yeah.
And
it's just such an obvious logic break. This is the type of thing fans always complain about. Just tell her to take off the mask. So then they immediately address it. And literal second after is like, you shouldn't have done this. And then the episode ends with Gawain complaining about it. He was like, it was super cool, but yeah. I love the Gawain monologue at the end. That was all very fun. Let's talk Gawain and Zarya. They are B plot for the episode, a much better B combination, I feel like, than our typical Malveron Doug type of thing.
Yes, I agree.
I have a hot take here. I think Gawain is one of our best characters, by far our best side character. Could argue he's better than Piper, to be honest, in terms of characterization. I think he's just really phenomenal, and this episode only cements it further.
I mean, he is really great in the episode, and they finally did something with him other than him just being super annoying. I really liked the stuff with his dad, and Zarya hurt his feelings and he wrote a letter, and we actually had some kind of movement there.
Yeah. So what do you April? What are your immediate takes to the my Gawain is a top 5 character?
I mean, it's not as hot as you think, but because he
lukewarm take.
Because he is a great character, and I mean, aside from him, constantly being annoying, like some of his annoying moments are really funny, and they land very well with myself and all of us, it seems. And then like this episode just sort of further like cemented it. I like the Gawain B plot, like it was very enjoyable, and like we did get to see like I guess a little bit more like character development out of him, like how he's actually like pretty sad about his dad and like he misses him and all of this stuff. And like it seems like he like had that small moment where he's like, I want to be like good, but I'm me and I'm amazing, and like that whole deal, and like him writing the letter and saying, what did he say? He said something like, yeah, being king has its perks, but I would trade it all to have you back. And I was like, oh, my heart, Gawain. Like, you're not supposed to do this. So
feeling for Gawain. Wow.
I know. Well, it was so sad. And then even like at the end, he's, he's upset about, destroying the scepter, but he I don't know. And I liked the bonding between him and Zarya, kind of. Because the blue one's always been his least favorite.
Yeah, second time he refers to Zarya as the blue one. Yeah,
that was so good.
He also still does not understand their identities, even though they change right in front of him.
Arcana literally went, my ancestors. I was like, or what? I was like, shut up, Arcana.
Also,
was she Mysticon form when they said that?
She's a Mysticon form. I was like, what are you doing? Also, I understand Gawain is like the dumbest person. Like, geez.
Good.
No, that was great. His like confused face when they like popped out of nowhere was the best.
But also, I wanted more of a reaction out of him to like him having two sisters now versus one. Like he literally is like just walks into the room and he's like, yeah, and both of my sisters suck, and I'm like, oh, okay, like. That's cool. But
at least you have a swag stepson. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We could have seen more of Gawain's reaction to Zarya, and also Zarya's reaction to Gawain. But this kind of is it. This is like the Zarya dealing with Gawain being her stepbrother episode, and it connects to her talking to the stepmom statue and writes her a letter at the end. I think all of that's really phenomenal. Yeah, the Gawain emotional arc, you feel for him in this episode with him talking about his dad. And I think it's just because he's like such a well like characterized character, like for the pure comedic character he is. I think we've gotten a lot of decent character moments out of him. We've really been needing this just full on emotional arc episode for Gawain. But even another episode when he's just 99% comedy, you still get a lot of sympathy for him.
Yeah, well, because we were there. What is it during his entire relationship with Leticia? Yeah, from start to finish. We've been with him along this journey of his life.
Yeah, I mean, he really is one of our most prominent side characters, and I think he's just by far the most successful. He's just funny. Everything he says is so funny. Voiced by David Byrne, who I think is really killing it with him. And I feel like in the beginning, we're all like, oh, Gawain's annoying. But I feel like he's really snuck up on us here. He's the top 5 character on the show.
Better than Doug.
Well, okay, you can't say the worst character compared to the...
Okay, he's better than Malveron.
Yes, that is definitely true. Okay. I guess Chaco. Chaco, top 5 character. I don't know.
Chaco for sure. Chaco's so smart.
What's our Chaco moment of the episode? That's our new segment last week. So here's 2 options. One, he's lecturing Zarya about Zarya's mean to Gawain, and Chaco's like, "Oh, stop being mean. Go talk to Gawain." That's one. He's also during this Gawain montage we haven't talked about yet. He's like Gawain's like sitting upside down, and Chaco like comes in and like tries to turn his head upside down to match Gawain. Those one of those 2. But the most impactful thing on the episode, I think, was him telling Zarya to apologize.
Him lecturing her. That was great. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Who knew Chaco liked Gawain so much? Or Chaco's just very empathetic, I feel like.
I think Chaco's just an all-around good guy, and he knows better. Like, he's like, no, Zarya, you crossed a line. Go say you're sorry. Like, yeah, Gawain's being a jerk, but...
Yeah, Chaco's just very in it. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, speaking of this montage, this during our B plot, Gawain is playing video games with Zarya, and she beats him, and then he's like, "I'm bored," and then we have a montage of him being bored everywhere.
I related to this viscerally because this is my girlfriend. Like, It is impossible to entertain her.
Are you
and I was
saying
like,
your
oh my
girlfriend
God.
is Gawain?
No, this is just how she acts. She's not quite that bad, but this board, that was her.
Yeah, the song was Plastic Army by the Mayfire. I thought this was an awesome choice for this montage.
Yes.
And yeah,
It
more
was appropriate. I liked
montages
it.
with songs. Yes, great. That's a good one we're doing. Yeah, I thought this was good. The other big Gawain moment in this episode was he goes into the Mysticons hideout and he says, "What a dump! Hex tag sad."
Yeah, and then he was like the Fortress of Saditude later.
Yeah, so we've kind of avoided making Gawain and Donald Trump comparisons on this podcast to this point, but I think the show has been is now very explicit with this hex tag sad as a Trump reference with Gawain, and I thought that was interesting that we're going there.
Yeah.
That's what I associate the sad with.
It was a bold move, and I liked it for the adults in the audience. Like, the kids won't get it; they'll just think it's funny.
I mean, he's the president. Like, might get it. Yeah, hex tag sad. Gawain is Trump confirmed. So there you go. Yeah, but also in the episode where we're like humanizing Gawain too, it's a well-rounded portrayal, getting all sides of this with him. Delaney, I can't believe we've gone over 30 minutes without talking about the big moon boon of the episode.
I know.
Kitty was not physically in the episode, but Gawain smashes a picture.
Her presence was felt.
Yeah, of Zarya and Kitty with his like slings Zarya's hammock and smashes a picture, and Zarya is very upset about this.
That's what crosses the line for Zarya.
Yes.
You can mess with all the other Mysticons, but don't you dare mess with Kitty.
Yeah, it's she just like Zarya isn't like too emotive emotionally, but like you could tell this is what snapped in terms of her berating Gawain and then Chaco like you have to apologize. Yeah, he breaks this picture and then at the end Gawain fixes it and gives it back to her.
And she hugs it while she walks away.
Yes. Yeah, she's like clutching it to her chest as she walks away. Yeah. Yeah. Notable Gawain, the pictures of Zarya and Mysticon forming Kitty and like I don't really get it. There's not pictures of them in human form at the
they can't
their
because
hideout.
that's the Mysticons' hideout. So if
No one else goes there. Next week someone else will go there. But yeah, it's I guess not. But yeah, Gawain understood how much that picture meant to her and fixed it, and she was like clutching it to her chest. Yeah, I loved this.
it was so adorable. Can we also talk about how Zarya said she doesn't like cats, but it's obvious that she likes Kitty? So
Yeah, is Kasha being a cat? Zarya's analog, a secret moon boon visualization of
yes.
Kitty, cats. Yeah, what's going on here? Something's going on.
Oh my God.
I'm just digging deep at this point. I miss Kitty so much.
I know, we really need Kitty back. But I thought this was an excellent way to incorporate her and Zarya and Kitty into the episode.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now if we can just get Kitty back.
Yeah, we'll get her back eventually. I don't think next week, but we'll hopefully soon. One thing I want to mention is that we've been ragging on the show a little bit for reusing stuff, and I thought this week absolutely was 100 times better. There's tons of new things in this episode, new backgrounds, new character designs. Like it was just a completely different thing. I loved it. We had this gorgeous background of the golden yew tree. That was completely new. We had a different exterior shot of the palace from above, which we
that was really good.
Yeah, I really liked that a lot, actually. I was going to say something. I did write that down.
Because we've seen that same shot of the palace like 50 times. So now we have this above shot, much better. I mean, the shot we got 50 times is gorgeous, but you can only do it so many times. And we have this one from above. It was wonderful. We also have Gawain's hideout, a new or Glorious's hideout, a new location, and Glorious, and that was great. And they had tons of different stuff there. We had the new Vexicons character designs. Yeah, it's just a really good episode for fresh animation. Like it looked great. So huge props to everyone involved for this one.
Yeah, I agree. It looked really good this week. Like everything did. Like all of the action and the animation, like the scenery, it all just looked really well. I don't know if I'd ever noticed this before, but when Zarya was like zooming down the line, her hair was like blowing in the wind. Have they ever done that before? Because I don't remember it. But I was really like mesmerized by her hair, like her hair movement, which sounds really lame to say, but I was. Nice. Especially because she has like like the white tips or whatever. Yeah. And so I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't notice that, but hair animation is always a thing you hear animators complaining about. Like, it's really hard to animate hair, so yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely relevant.
Maybe that's why I was, like, really appreciative of it. I was like, look, her hair's moving around. Like, that's really nice.
Yeah, nice, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole thing with, what's the Pixar movie?
Brave.
Yeah, with Brave. That was a big thing with that movie. She had crazy hair. Yeah, okay.
She had curly, crazy hair, which is even worse.
Yeah. Other than that, last things, I liked how the texting vibration, they used that to break free from the ice.
That was so great.
And they're just yelling, call Zarya, call.
Yeah.
Oh, I really liked how, like, Zarya kept texting Arcana and you could tell how mad she was. Like, that was really good.
Yeah, I liked that. It gave, like, the little digital, like, angry.
Yeah, I thought visually that was great, too, how it jumped out of the wristband. Yeah, and just I love using the modern technology to advance the plot and like the texting vibration to break free. I thought that was great. And we talked about it already, but the scene in the middle with Gawain writing the letter to his dad, kings have feelings too. Yeah, all of that really wonderful. Yeah, we were feeling for him, right, April?
We were. It really was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just because he's always such a goofy character. And then for him to have, like, a serious moment, it's like, oh, this is real. Like, Gawain really does have feelings. Like,
yeah,
even though, you know, we saw him all heartbroken over Leticia and being all crazy about that. But, I think
we didn't empathize with that part, but yeah.
Also, we're back to the parents and the bone again. So that's a thing because it's kind of disappeared. So...
Yeah, relevant. So we're definitely going to solve it.
Maybe
within the next 10 episodes at some point. Yeah. Yeah. Last thing I have Willa's Pixie Blast is called Doom Boom. I liked that. Doom Boom. Okay. So I think we hit everything here. Delaney, anything else? And last thoughts on the Lost Scepter.
I just really liked the episode. I think it was really, like, even though I hate Gawain, I think it went really well because of, like, what they did with Gawain. And the Vexicons are awesome. So obviously it was just really great. Like, I'm really hoping to see more. I hope the Vexicons are around for a bit. We'll see. But I just really enjoyed the episode. It was really fast paced. And it felt like, you know, the kind of the Incredible Mysticons episode we're, like, used to getting.
Yeah. Yeah. April, final thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and I hope that we do some good things with the Vexicons. Like, this episode was great, and if we can get more episodes with the Vexicons, I think that would be really, like, beneficial to the show, considering we've kind of been in, like, this lull, it seems, and so I want more of this episode again, because this was very, like, reminiscent of, like, at the beginning of the show, and it was, like, fast-paced, there's a lot going on, but we're getting a lot, and we're moving somewhere, kind of, so I want more of this. Give me more of this.
Yeah, I agree. Like, plot-wise, like, we were questing for something, it felt like a season 1 episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, in terms of plot, is, I think, a good thing. So, yeah, this is very encouraged by this episode. I thought it was really excellent. I don't know, probably top 15-ish episode of the show. And,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be, next week, the total eclipse of the Golden Heart.
Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
M's overprotective mother comes for a surprise visit, but has no idea that M is a Mysticon.
Oh,
that's right.
God.
M's mom's visiting.
It's going to be an adventure. I can't wait.
I think we really need an M episode, so I'm happy about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's next week. And then, in big Mysticons news, as of right now at the TV listings, asterisk TV listings can change at any point. The week after that, on May 19th, we'll be getting 2 new episodes on that Saturday.
Cool.
I believe this is a plan to just do 2 new episodes the rest of the way every week. the problem was that Canada's was about to pass the pace of the US. I told them that, and I recommended we slow Canada down, but instead they're choosing to speed the US up, I guess. So the May 19th, we have The Last Dragon and Game of Phones. Currently slated to air, so we'll see if they follow through with that. That'd be 8 to 9 a.m. on Nicktoons on Saturday mornings. If we do that, we're on a pace to finish the run of 40 episodes by mid-June. It's very soon.
Oh man, we don't know if we're getting more episodes. Ugh.
Yeah. We could be fast tracked for the rest of the show, for Moon Boon. Like things could be happening fast here.
And these podcasts are gonna get intense.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do two at once. We did it once or twice earlier, but we already spent 40 minutes on one. Like, well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm not thrilled, by the way, with 2 episodes a week. I think we should the show is jammed packed. Like we can just do one a week. It's like it's not the end of the world. At least we're airing the show still, but and it's exciting. But we don't need 2 weeks. This episode is so much to talk about for an entire week. We could just do this one.
Yeah, so. If we go back to what I guess this sort of format or season 1 format where there's just so much in one episode, two a week is going to be a lot. A lot.
I don't know. I mean, it's we're used to it with bombs on other programs. Mysticons actually has been weekly, and it's been great. But anyway,
weekly is best.
Yeah, as of now, May 19th, 2 episodes. We'll see what happens with that. So let us know what you thought of. Okay, here's your commentary homework for the week. Let us know what you thought of the Lost Scepter. Did you like this episode? What did you think of the Vexicons? Who was your fave Vexicon and why? Did you feel for Gawain in this episode? And what would you do with an all-powerful mind control scepter? Let me know the answer to those 5 answers in the YouTube comments. And you can, if you're listening on YouTube, comment there, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to not miss our future Mysticons content. You could also listen on iTunes and subscribe on the podcast app, podcatcher. We have, but before that, we have our Discord, overlyanimated.com/Discord, where, all the Mysticons talk is happening. Seriously, maybe the number 1 place on the internet for a Mysticons discussion. And you can also sort of see a patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to all of our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Saga Torres. And thanks as always to our patron executive producers, John Ryan, Steve, Alex, Andy, and Hugh. Be back, talk about Eclipse of the Golden Heart, whatever, next week. And we also check out Miraculous Ladybug, which is going up at the same time as this one. Big Steven Universe episodes tomorrow. If you're listening to this the day after it came out, it could have already happened. So check out our discussions on the big Steven Universe episodes. We had extensive coverage of the final space finale. Find that at overlyanimated.com. A lot going on, so check all that out, and we're back for more Mysticons next week. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.